Good afternoon and welcome to Pauline Family Field, home to the St. Francis Red Raiders. Today's game featuring the visiting Erie Royals and your St. Francis Red Raiders. And now please stand for the playing of God Bless America. And that was performed by none other than assistant coach Frank Ross.
Welcome to Western New York Athletics in this afternoon's game between Erie High School out of Erie, Pennsylvania, and the Red Raiders of St. Francis High School. I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince, Heidi Gunther producing, Russ Battaglia on camera. We're at the Gasik Family Athletic Center and the Polian Family Football Field as the captains go out to midfield to toss the coin. The officials for today's game: referee Jim Martek, umpire Mike Courtney, linesman William Baxter, Ken Thrun is the line judge, and the back judge is Brandon Musso. So, Tom, an interesting matchup here today as St. Francis will take on a team from Erie, Pennsylvania, just down I-90 a little bit.
Yeah, and last week we got a chance to see them play Archbishop Hoban, one of the top teams out of Ohio, a 5-time state champion. And Erie was just here last week, and they got a chance to play St. Joe's last week with a big win against St. Joe's. So they're coming back to Western New York now for the second week in a row.
Andre Henderson is the head coach. He was hired the third week in July, so they waited a long time to hire their head coach. And, of course, Jerry Smith, the head coach here at St. Francis. He's been at the school 41 years, the head coach for 33 years, one of the great coaches in Western New York, one of those guys who does an awful lot more than just coach his kids. St. Francis is 3-2 on the season. Erie 2-4. As you can see, they're tossing the coin at midfield. It rained a little bit earlier, but it has apparently stopped. The flag to our right blowing slightly in the wind, but not much. And we'll see how this game is going to go here. Now, one of the interesting stories, as Erie in the white will kick off and St. Francis will receive the opening kickoff. Mason Hunter, the starting quarterback for Erie, is listed on the roster as an athlete. He's a senior, and this will be his first ever start at quarterback.
Wow.
And Coach Henderson told me before the game, I said, was he more of a thrower, the runner? He said both, but if it rains, we're going to see an awful lot of running. And you could see, if you watched the Bills game or the Patriots game in the rain, how much the rain can affect a quarterback throwing the football.
And a tough team to get your first start against in St. Francis, right? We saw last week, even though a loss, we saw that game be 7-3 against one of the top teams out of Ohio right there, where you saw this defense for St. Francis is an absolute top-ranked defense and kept them right now till really the very end of the game, right at the end of the first half right there, before those 7 points even got on the board. We thought it was going to be 0-0 going into halftime.
Well, St. Francis will be out without Jimmy Scott. He's got an ankle injury, and Aiden Thomas has a groin injury.
And that's a big loss, because that is a big member of the defense. There's no doubt about it. But we talk about it multiple times, Stu. These games right here are big matchups for St. Francis. The Canisius doing the same exact thing as really what they're both doing is getting ready for the Canisius-St. Joe's matchup. Canisius-St. Francis matchup, I apologize.
So we're set for the kickoff, and we're underway, but we have whistles, and it's a very short kick. And it looks like they're going to do that again.
Offsides, Erie on the kickoff.
Bear with us today as we got tough numbers to read from far away at times, right? Especially when we're looking at black on red for St. Francis. But it does look like Kamal Clark is one of the guys back to receive.
And Dylan Walker is the other. Thank you. I'm glad you're having trouble with those numbers, Tom. Remember, you and I were here last spring when Canisius was here in the white uniforms and the gold numbers, and I was like, I can't see those numbers at all.
It was tough. It was tough.
And usually, now St. Francis has the San Francisco 49ers helmets, and usually they have those uniforms, but they changed them up a bit today. Well, there's the kick. It's end over end. It'll be caught at about the 20-yard line, coming to the near side and being tripped up. After a short gain is Kamal Clark on the return, and the Red Raiders will send their offense out onto the field, led by junior quarterback Steve Otremba Jr.
That tackle is by Kazir Noble, the 5'10", 165-pound defensive end. Does a great job right there. I mean, he has an open field where you were stopping, Clark, who is a very good returner right there. Great stop there by Erie.
And you're right, he had a lot of room to run if he didn't stop him. Ricardo Kidd in the backfield. Otremba.
2-year starter right now, too, still.
Kimmel Clark goes in motion. Otremba will hand it off into the far side, and looking for running room and not getting too much is Ricardo Kidd, maybe 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
Number 2, Ricardo Kidd.
So it'll be second down for St. Francis.
We've seen Ricardo Kidd have a couple of big
Gain of 2, second and 8.
running games already this season that was out there. Last week only with 54 yards, so they want to establish the run game early here.
And there's a handoff, and going nowhere that time. Looks like Kidd again, and it'll be third down.
Look like a couple on the tackle right there. It looked like it was number 23, Damon Wardell, and number 5, Logan Hanna right there on the stop for Erie.
I think you and I are looking forward to seeing what Erie's Marquel Darnell can do. Well, here's Otremba. Back to pass. He throws to the near side. It's caught by Logan Reska, and that should be a first down for St. Francis.
That is, they're moving the chains right now still.
Yeah, we were watching the pregame warm-ups, and Marquel Darnell on one roster. Well, you got him on I think the one that's correct.
Yeah, we got the actual Erie roster. Yeah,
6'8". Here's Otremba back to pass, scrambling. He's going to run now and be brought down close to midfield. So a gain of about 4 yards there on first down. Will be second and 6.
On the tackle, number 232, Toa Matafa. The 5'10", 206-pound linebacker. He's only a sophomore.
Second and 6 for St. Francis. And there's the handoff, and nowhere to run for Kimmel Clark. So it'll be third down here for the Red Raiders of St. Francis. We're scoreless, just underway. 10-18 and counting to go in the first quarter.
And on the tackle, looks like right there again was Logan Hanna right there on the tackle. So another big third down play where you think that this is Otremba going to go to the air again. You know, can he do it 2 times in a row here on third down?
Out of the shotgun, Otremba back to pass, rolling to the near side, looking. He's going to run it, and he's got the first down and then some, still on his feet, brought down at about the Erie 36-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for St. Francis.
Mason Hunter, the defensive back for Erie, on the tackle on that one, the senior.
So I'm trying to think how head coach Andre Henderson had a chance to put a football team together if he was hired in the 3rd week in July. That's not a lot of time to get ready for a season.
No, but you would think I'm looking here. It's tons of seniors on this team, so it was obviously returning members coming back that knew they were going to be playing football. They were awaiting to see who their coach was just going to be.
And speaking of coming back, that play's coming back, so there was a flag on the play. And we'll see what the call is. We'll watch the man in the white hat and see what the signal is. That would be Jim Martek. And we must have missed the signal because I was looking at you.
It was a crackback block is what it was. So that was the call. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 6 is now the and timeout Erie.
All right, so it's, as you say, it's 3rd and 6. They're at the St. Francis 48-yard line. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
We're back at St. Francis, where the Red Raiders have a 3rd and 5 from their own 48-yard line. They had converted, but there was a penalty, and they'll try to do it again on 3rd down. Otremba wanted to throw the ball last time, but everyone was covered, so he took off running and had it. And there's a high snap that Otremba is able to pull down, and this time he's going to be tackled. Oh, he burst through there, and he gets the first down, all the way down to about the 39-yard line. Great run by Otremba. I thought they had him stacked up, and he just burst through there, kept those legs moving.
It did. It almost looked like it was going to be one of those pile pushes for a second right there, and then here comes Otremba right out of the tackle right there. Does a great job. And like you said, keep the feet going.
So it's 1st and 10. Otremba will hand it off, and there's nowhere to run for Ricardo Kidd. He's stacked up pretty much right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see Erie early on trying to make sure they stop the run, right? Trying to make sure that he just can't, Ricardo Kidd just can't get into the open space right now.
So he actually lost a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Otremba takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, throws to the near side, and the pass is incomplete. He underthrew Kamal Clark that time. The slippery field may have played a factor in that one.
No doubt. So I look right how the defense is setting up right now, Stu, and if you look at right now in the box, right, in that box area that they call there, look how many guys are going into the box right now. You don't even see anybody deep at all. It is really one deep guy, and the rest of the team, really, you're going to see him spread out now because of the 3rd down. This is the first time you've really seen them come out of that box.
Here's Otremba. He throws on the far side, incomplete, overthrown, intended for Reska, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Otremba's pass intended for Logan Reska, incomplete.
So it'll be 4th down for St. Francis. And
I think they're going to go
for it. That sure is what it looks like.
But Otremba will punt, so don't be surprised at either. We see a lot of quarterbacks today, as you know, they come up to the line and all of a sudden back up to do the punt themselves. But I think they're going for this.
Clark goes in motion. Otremba takes the snap. Back to, he's in trouble. He throws. It's caught. And it's Kimball Clark. A flag comes out. Clark battling hard. Comes to the near side. Touchdown. But there's a flag. So we'll see if that's coming back. The flag's at about the 40-yard line. That flag came out pretty early, Tom. I think it's
usually
coming
a hold.
back.
That's usually some sort of hold right there where that flag came out. Look at it sitting right at the line of scrimmage right there.
Well, we'll wait and see which way it goes.
Coach Smith, I think, is questioning the flag right there. You can see arms that were out with them, and they definitely want to see what happens here.
Well, we saw the flag come out right in the middle of the play, I think just before he caught the pass, and now we have the officials huddling up, and we'll see. St. Francis sideline is not convinced there's a penalty. And it looks like they're going to pick up the flag. Touchdown St. Francis, 6-0, Red Raiders. The pass from Otremba to Kimball Clark for the touchdown, and a 6-0 Red Raiders lead with 8:26 to go in the first quarter. So the officials huddled up, decided to pick up the flag. And St. Francis gets set to kick the extra point. Luke Nowak comes onto the field. I'll give the officials credit for that one, Tom. And they picked up the flag. They conferred and decided there was no penalty.
You can see they all were out there talking about it. So you love when you can see is, refs really talk about it and make sure you see and you talk about what every single one of them saw out there on the field.
So St. Francis getting set to try the extra point. And they overcame a penalty on that drive. The kick is up and good, and with 8:26 to go in the first quarter, it is St. Francis 7, Erie nothing. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The Wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
So St. Francis takes the early 7-0 lead on the 41-yard touchdown pass from Otremba to Kimball Clark, and now Luke Nowak will kick off as Erie will get its first crack with the football. Looks like Adrian Tate, I believe, is one of the deep men, along with Jamari Gilmore.
That's what I think. That's what or is it number 3, Samaj Mitchell?
I think it's a 3. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's Mitchell and Gilmore as your back.
Yeah, the kick is short. It'll bounce at the 30, and that will roll out of bounds, and that will bring a flag. Almost looked sort of by design, and it didn't work, whatever they were trying to do there.
Well, you saw a gap, right? And what they were trying to do is almost put it in that gap, because sometimes what we've seen, and we've seen it multiple times this year, Stu, is a lot of kickers been putting into those gaps that are there, and you don't see the receiving team being aggressive enough going after the ball, and we actually see it get turned over because they weren't aggressive enough on the kickoff.
And they're going to make him do it again, it looks like. They're going to back him up and make him kick it off again. And it is Gilmore and Mitchell are the deep men for Erie in the white. St. Francis leading 7-0 here in the first quarter.
I actually saw 2 different onside kicks happen last night in the game of Clarence versus Orchard Park. Unbelievable. One was the traditional one that you see where you kick it and they all follow it and they recover it. The other one was that blast kick that kicks off somebody and kicks back to the Clarence team. But I saw everything last night in that game.
That happened in the Lancaster Orchard Park game,
no,
too?
The Clarence Orchard Park game, yep.
But it happened before.
It actually happened before in the Jamestown Orchard Park game. So it's happened against Orchard Park twice.
And this time Nowak will put a foot into it, and it will be caught by Gilmore at about the 5. He's out to the 10, and he's hit it about the 21-yard line, where Erie will take over 1st and 10. Now Coach Andre Henderson played high school football at St. Vincent's High School in Erie. I'm not even sure if that school still exists.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of changes. I mean, my old high school was the Brighton Barons, but now they're the Brighton Bruins.
Okay.
Barons was apparently offensive to some people, so they changed it.
Okay.
So 1st and 10, Erie. Looks like they're at about the 22-yard line. Mason Hunter, listed on the roster as an athlete. The 2 quarterbacks on the depth chart ahead of him, and he'll keep it this time, trying to run around the near side, and maybe he got 2 yards running to the near side before he's knocked out of bounds. So Hunter, the 3rd quarterback, he's a senior, and this is his first ever started quarterback.
Stu, you brought up about the kind of those offensive names. We did a game last week, Salamanca versus Fredonia, phenomenal game. And it was there was a presentation done at halftime where they said they're one of the only true high schools that can really use the Warriors name because it's actually on right on Indian Reserves.
And there's a handoff and going up the middle and not getting much for Erie.
Number 4, Kyrie Thompson with the carry.
Cree Thompson on the carry that time, and it's 3rd down.
51, Hayden
And we'll
Marlin
see
with the
if
tackle.
quarterback Mason Hunter will put the ball in the air. He's got one gigantic target. Marquell Darnell, the 6'8" man. And maybe he'll be his 3rd down safety man, safety valve kind of guy. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. And he runs hard, but he's well short of the 1st down is Mason Hunter, and that'll bring up a 4th down for Erie, and St. Francis will most likely get the ball back on the punt.
Great penetration there by St. Francis, really get into that backfield so he doesn't have time to find that open hole or that open space for the 1st down. Great job defensively. We talked about it coming into the game, Stu. This team is very, very strong defensively in St. Francis. Even with missing a top Division I prospect in Jimmy Scott, they still are a very good defense.
Malik Williams, one of the men hoping to return the punt here. A high snap. Hunter brings it down. He's going to run with it, and he is going to be stopped short of the 1st down. I think when that high snap happened and he caught it, he just decided to run. I don't think that was a fake setup originally.
No, I think what he did was he saw the penetration St. Francis got, and he was afraid to come down and really set it up to see the block right there and was trying to make sure he stopped it from getting blocked. But you're now talking incredible field position here for St. Francis. You could really right now get a nice 2-score lead inside the 1st quarter early in this game. Boy, that is momentum that any team would take on their side.
It's 1st and 10 Red Raiders at about the Erie 28-yard line. And now the sun has come out here at St. Francis. A lot of clouds, but plenty of sunshine. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Otremba, he throws. It's caught on the near side. And gain of about 5 yards there. Looks like it's caught by Kamal Clark. And it'll be 2nd down.
But we've really seen Otremba get better and better every time we come out and see him. And you can just see he's been getting that on-the-job training from last year to this year that I guarantee you that Canisius St. Francis game is going to be something.
Ricardo Kidd gets the carry, and he barrels forward. He looks like he's got a 1st down. It's awfully close if he didn't.
It looks like a yard short.
Okay, so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down for the Red Raiders here. So far, all St. Francis. Go ahead, Tom.
Kid's best run of the game so far right there, though, right? Right up the gut right there. And when you're getting big runs up the gut, you know that you're winning the battle of the trenches right there. And that's a big sign right there for St. Francis.
Oh, the ball is loose. It went off Otremba's hands. And the running back grabbed it and fell forward. I think that's... Not sure who that was.
It was
Ricardo Kidd.
Yep.
Looked like a 6 for a second, but it was a 2. And that'll bring up a 4th down for St. Francis, and Luke Nowak will come on to attempt the field goal. 4th and short. The ball will be spotted about the 29-yard line. Kick is up. It's long enough, and it is no good, wide to the near side. So St. Francis misses out on a golden opportunity with great field position, and they do not score. Erie will get the ball back.
Stu, last week we saw them set up for a field goal right on the 50-yard line last week. It was a fake right there, but they are not afraid to have him come out and kick field goals. As you see, he's got the leg to be able to do it from far distance.
Yeah, he certainly had enough leg on that one, and I was wondering if they were going to try a fake that time too. They did not. So it's 1st and 10 for Erie. Marquel Darnell split out to the near side of the field. Mason Hunter at quarterback. And there's a handoff to Cree Thompson on the far side, and he'll get 2 or 3 yards and bring up 2nd down.
Thompson with the carry.
Erie in the white uniforms, white helmets, and black numbers or dark blue. St. Francis wearing their all black uniforms with red numbers, and of course the San Francisco 49er logo. St. Francis, San Francisco. Everybody gets that, right?
Yeah, they do.
Tony Fiorella on hand to do a game story here today from Western New York Athletics. 2nd down. And Hunter. That's not Hunter, that's Mitchell. And he's got some room to run all the way out to the 50-yard line and finally brought down at about the St. Francis 42-yard line. Cree Thompson with a big gain there. That's the longest run of the game, and it's 1st and 10 Erie at the St. Francis 42-yard line.
1st and 10 Erie.
First big real positive play right there for Erie as you see them now. Boy, what a swing this could be. We thought it could have been a 2-touchdown advantage for St. Francis, and now Erie right now driving to try to tie it up.
Looking like a little bit of confusion for Erie before they get set and get ready for this play. And there's Mason Hunter's going to run it himself. He's got some running room. He's got a 1st down and then some. So back-to-back strong running plays for Erie, and they're inside the St. Francis 30-yard line.
1st down, Erie.
It'll be spotted at the St. Francis 28-yard line. Red Raiders leading 7-0, but Erie on the move here. And the handoff comes to Thompson, and he's got about 5 or 6 yards there. Another good run. Looked like he was going to get piled up, and we got a little extracurricular stuff here that did not draw any flags and really shouldn't, but guy's getting a little emotional there.
Right, but you know what? Great job by his teammates. He comes over, the teammates separate him out. Hey, guys, no, we don't need to do this, right? We don't need anything negative right now to happen. We got a good drive going. Let's build off this. And the teammates really picking up their other teammate right there.
2nd down. There was about a 3-yard gain there. Hunter takes the snap, rolls to the left. Now he's going to run, and he's not getting anywhere. Probably, maybe he lost a yard or two. You can see the St. Francis defense a little fired up there. It'll bring up a 3rd down.
You know, you're already seeing early on in this game, Stu, to me, the difference in this game is who's going to win the trench war right now, as both teams really trying to establish the run, right? And if you're going to be able to establish the run, you've got to win the line of scrimmage. And we've seen right now both teams winning it at different points of the game right now.
3rd down for Erie. St. Francis up 7-0, still in the 1st quarter. Hunter takes the snap, rolls to the right, looks to throw. He's being chased. He throws it into the end zone. Incomplete. Great defensive play there, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Is that Logan Reska breaking that one up?
Yep.
Great play by Reska from his free safety position, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Reska almost actually intercepts it, as you see, as both of them almost became defenders at one point to make sure the other one couldn't catch it.
So 4th down here for Erie. far and away Erie's best looking drive.
And Erie's got somebody who could be coming in and kick. We talked about it before the game, as they have a female kicker on their team, the senior 16, number 16, Sydney Roach. So we'll see if they're going to go for, or they're going to try kicking it. It looks like they're going to go for this, though. Or take a timeout and talk about it.
I was going to say, I don't see them kicking from that distance. I mean, the ball's at the 25-yard line. I don't see that. But with a timeout on the field, it's St. Francis 7, Erie nothing, and we'll be back with the rest of the first quarter after this.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offers stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Back at St. Francis, it's 4th down for Erie. We'll see what they're going to do here. St. Francis looking to make the stop here. The ball is spotted at the Red Raiders' 25-yard line. They lead 7-0. And Erie coming back onto the field.
Uh-oh, look at this, right?
Yeah.
This is something we've been waiting to see. We've been waiting to see if they were actually going to bring Marquel Darnell outside as a receiver. He's out there now.
And Hunter will run it himself, and he will not get it. He took a step forward and was smothered by the St. Francis defense, and the Red Raiders will take over on downs. I was kind of surprised. I thought for sure we were looking for the big man. What a target he presents.
I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet at all, right? Even the opportunity to go up to him and even see if he could just make the catch, bring it in. Or was that one more of a decoy where you were hoping that the push was going to come the other way? Worried about him. I mean, who knows at this point? But big stop right there for St. Francis.
And of course, Tom, we need to point out again that Mason Hunter, the quarterback for Erie, his first ever start at quarterback as a senior. So football player, athlete, first time at quarterback, a tough assignment. Otremba will hand that one off, and breaking for a first down is Ricardo Kidd.
Ricardo Kidd with the carry.
And it's a first down for St. Francis. That'll take the ball out to the 40-yard line of the Red Raiders.
Kid, last couple runs really starting to look better and better, right? He's finding some gaps right now.
1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. And there's a handoff and about 2 or 3 yards for Kidd again. And it'll be 2nd down. So Kidd and Clark doing the bulk of the running for St. Francis. 2nd down. Final minute of play in the first quarter. 7-0 St. Francis. St. Francis scored in their first possession. They missed a long field goal. Tremba will hand it off, and some good hard running there, and coming awfully close to the first down is Ricardo Kidd, and he may have it depending on where the ball is spotted. That's just good hard running right there. They're going to call it 3rd down, 3rd and short.
That's literally right on the marker. I see. Look where the chains are and where they have the 3rd down marker. Oh, it is a first down.
Well, okay. Yep, and the down marker changes. It is a first down. And it'll be 1st and 10 right at the midfield stripe for the Red Raiders. And we got whistles.
Yeah, they're just trying to move the chains down.
I told you my chain gang story, didn't I?
No.
All right, I'll tell you that at some point.
Oh, actually you did. But I think everyone will want to hear that. That's a great story. You'd never do it again.
No. It's one of those jobs you can't make anybody happy. 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
But they'll always announce it's the best seat in the house if you go do it.
First and 10, Otremba. He throws. Oh, nice play. Good defensive play, knocked away from
No,
Clark.
it's going to be a passing interference.
Pass interference.
They just threw the flag.
All right, so it'll be a first down for St. Francis.
Yeah, I thought he got hit early. He did get in there a little bit early, and hence that's why you're going to see this call come.
Yeah, there it is. Pass interference against the defense. And that'll move the ball inside the Erie 40. That'll take it all the way down to the Erie 35-yard line with 21 seconds left in the quarter.
First and 10, Red Raiders from the Erie 35.
Now Otremba back to pass. He throws over the middle, incomplete. Defender got a hand on it, but there was no Red Raiders wide receiver near that one anyway.
Yeah, Akeel Dixon, who got a hand on it. He got his hand way up there. It looked like that was intended for number 9, Malik Williams.
Otremba, good fortune that it was not picked off. He's second down, second and 10. And he will keep it himself. Otremba running, and he's close to another first down, and the defense stacks him up. And now Erie is saying they've got the football. Let's see if we can't get one of the officials to point one way or the other. It looks like it's going to stay with St. Francis.
Yeah, I think they said the ball was down on that one.
Well, that'll do it for the first quarter. At the end of one quarter, it's St. Francis 7, Erie nothing, and we'll be back with the second quarter after this break.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Back at St. Francis, 7-0 Red Raiders as the second quarter is set to start. It'll be third down for St. Francis. My chain gang story, real quick. I was living in Erie, Pennsylvania. I came home to see my parents in Rochester. Had nothing to do. I took a walk up to my old high school, Brighton High School, just to see. There was a JV football game going on. And someone said to me, hey, you want to do the chains? I said, yes. Very poor decision. Everybody's yelling at you. Move it here, move it there. You're in the wrong spot. Do this, do that. So I will not do the chain gang again. It's one of those jobs you think is fun and maybe easy. It's not fun, and it's not easy. And it wasn't the best seat in the house either. Third down for St. Francis. Otremba under center this time. And he will hand it off. And some good hard running there by Dylan Walker, I believe. And that is a first down for the Red Raiders.
Was it Walker?
That was Clark. My bad. Kamal Clark.
Actually, I think it was Kidd.
Okay.
It was Kidd. You saw Kidd come out right there. It was actually Ricardo Kidd on the carry right there.
All right. Well, we'll blame St. Francis for that. Those numbers are hard to read.
They are. Listen, we're not going to lie. Closer, you can read them real well. Far away, they're tough to pick up.
I should be watching Russ Battaglia's great pictures, but I like to do this with the naked eye for some odd reason. It's a trust issue. And I trust Russ implicitly.
We got one of the best cameramen in the business. We really do.
So first and 10 for the Red Raiders. Otremba will hand it off to Kidd, and he will be smothered after a gain of maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up second down. Logan Reska checks into the game. I'm going to take a wild guess. This pass is coming toward Logan Reska. We'll see how good a prognosticator I am.
Well, I'll tell you what St. Francis is doing much better this week is running the ball, right? Controlling that clock, making sure they have the ball on the field.
And here's Otremba in trouble, and he's spun around and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He did a really good job of hanging on to the football, especially since he was holding it out there like a loaf of bread. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Red Raiders.
And eventually on that tackle was Creed Thompson, the linebacker, 5'8", 172, the senior.
So 3rd down for St. Francis. Ball back at about the 28-yard line. Otremba pulls in the high snap. He throws. It's caught by Kidd, and he's brought down at about the 26-yard line, well short of the 1st down, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And Luke Nowak comes back out onto the field to try a field goal going in the other direction.
And on that tackle was number 10, Marquel Darnell. We knew we'd be calling his name, and that's the first time we call his name on a big tackle.
Well, Tremba's the holder. The ball is spotted at the 33-yard line, so
33-yard field goal.
Make it a 43-yard kick, wouldn't it, if it's spotted there?
We heard he's already kicked a 50-yarder this season.
Well, the kick is up, and it is well short. The whistle blows, and that'll do it for the play. Erie will take over the football. So Nowak didn't get as much of his leg into that one as he did going the other way. I don't think the wind is any kind of factor here. It looks like a gentle breeze.
I think he got underneath that a little too much. As you saw, it got real high in the air. So I just think it's the spot he got on the football, and that one just didn't get the spot he wanted.
So it's still 7-0. This Erie team hanging around. We'll see if they can repeat the success of their last drive where they did move the football rather well. And we got whistles. Let's see what's going on here. We'll have a conference among the officials.
Official timeout.
Man in the white hat today is Jim Martek. And it looks like we're getting set to go now. 1st and 10 for Erie. They're at their own 20-yard line. Hunter takes the snap, throws to the near side, and it's incomplete, intended for Cree Thompson. Looked like Mason Hunter, a little bit of panic there.
Yeah, well, again, like you said, it's his first ever, game at quarterback. But I do like what Coach Henderson is trying to do with him right there, and that is quick passes, right? Get the ball out of his hands quickly, try to do something quick and easy and get him into a rhythm.
So 2nd and 10. Hunter takes the snap and will burst through the line of scrimmage for a gain, about a 4-yard gain.
We do got a flag on the play, though, right at the line of scrimmage right there, which is telling you we probably have a hold right here.
We'll see. Looking for Jim Martek, looking for the white hat among all those white helmets, and he comes out of there.
Oh,
they picked up the flag again. That's 2 today.
2 pickups.
So that'll bring up 3rd down with 9. The clock stopped because they thought there was a penalty apparently, and now it goes again. 9:50 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. 3rd down for Erie. Hunter under center. And that's a direct snap and short of the 1st down there.
He may have gotten this. He did.
We got a 1st down.
Yep,
I thought
it was the lean forward that he got right there as he stretched out over that 1st down.
Wow, I thought he was short. I think that was Stephen LeBron, number 13, who was listed as a wide receiver.
First and 10 from the 31.
So it's 1st and 10 for Erie as you hear a train go by all the way across the way, and you can probably see it. 1st and 10 Erie. Hunter back to pass. He throws down the near sideline, incomplete, overthrown, intended for Jamari Gilmore, who was covered by Dylan Walker.
Hunter's pass intended for Gilmore.
So second down. Well, you can see Hunter can throw the ball a little bit, but accuracy. And he did have one in the end zone that was really well thrown, but a good defensive play by Logan Reska to break it up.
But what we were talking about is the reason for the short throws is, right, get him some confidence, be able to help him so when he does launch one like that, he's confident to go out there and go after that pass that he can hit that man right where he needs to in stride to be able to make a big play.
Second down. 2nd and 10. St. Francis defense really shifting. There's a handoff up the middle and nowhere to run for Cree Thompson. And it'll bring up third down.
You know, if we were doing halftime interviews, I'd say the one interview I'd love to do, because I know Coach Smith, also runs the defense right there. He's big on the defense. Is how did you get ready for a team that you really haven't seen any film on the quarterback for? Right? I mean, that's got to be tough to do. I mean, I'm sure there are tendencies that you have as teams that you could prepare for, but never seen him under center to be able to really get film on him. How do you prepare for a quarterback like that?
That's a really good question. Third down. And Hunter will roll to the far side. He's going to run, and he's got some running room. He's got a first down, and he's tripped up out of bounds at about the St. Francis, or the Erie 44-yard line after running for the first down.
Does a great job of breaking a tackle. It looked like he was going to get sacked in the backfield there. Breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, and does what we've already heard. Use that speed that he has, use that athleticism that he's got, and is big right there.
And he takes it all the way out to the 47-yard line. I thought he went out of bounds a little earlier, but he did not. So now it's 1st and 10. And once again, Erie moving the ball, just like they did on the last drive that stalled at about the St. Francis 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looks like we got a bunch of Bennett Tigers that just showed up to watch the game.
And there's a handoff, and I believe that's Jamari Gilmore on the carry. It'll bring up second down, gained about 2 or 3 yards. It was Cree Thompson.
Yeah, Cree Thompson, yep.
And it'll be second down. 7-0 St. Francis. The Red Raiders scored on their first drive. They've missed 2 field goals. One had plenty of distance, just a little bit wide to the near side, and the other one was short. But Erie has stiffened up on forced St. Francis into those kicking situations. 2nd and 7 from the 50-yard line for Erie. And a handoff to Cree Thompson. Ball's on the turf. Still loose. Let's see who's got it. St. Francis says they do. And we'll wait for Jim Martek's signal. It's St. Francis football. So the Red Raiders force the turnover. It'll be 1st and 10 St. Francis at about the Erie 45-yard line.
I was going by Clark's symbol. Did you see him run out right there? He got it. He went out ahead of everybody, making sure we knew that he got it. But unfortunately, we got a player down right here.
It's an injured Erie player. And I'll tell you what, it's 7-0 St. Francis, 6:54 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
So St. Francis will take over 1st and 10. We've had 2 flags picked up today, Tom. You were at a game the other night where they threw how many flags?
31 flags. It was
my.
the Salamanca-Fredonia game, and you don't see normally 1 flag get picked up, right? We see 2 get picked up right here. 31 flags, 3.5-hour game.
Wow. Oh, here's Otremba, and he will hand it off, and Kidd is stopped after a gain of about a yard. So 31 flags.
And you can see the crowd was getting very rambunctious over it, right? There was no doubt about it. They just thought it was too much. Well, the PA announcer comes on and goes, "Another flag's thrown right here." As he does that, the ref comes over and throws the PA announcer out of the game.
Hand off to Kidd, running on the far side, and he's out closer to a first down. He maybe got 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down. They threw out the PA announcer.
We were floored because we thought it was a coach because the coach was taking his headsets off and trying to communicate. So we didn't find out till the end of the game when we came in and we go, "By the way, who got thrown out?" And it was like, you go, "Didn't you hear there was no PA announcer the rest of the game?" That's why.
Oh, and Kidd is dropped for a big loss behind the line of scrimmage, and a flag comes out. So we'll see what the flag is. It's holding on St. Francis, and I'm guessing, well, we'll see. They might decline that one.
I agree. They may decline it. That's a great open field tackle for a loss there by number 8, Jamari Gilmore.
So, did the referee come over and he didn't point to the PA
he
announcer?
pointed. He pointed up and then threw it out. And we thought it was throwing somebody like a coach out. Then we thought the coach was trying to get one of the guys that were up here to come down to the field to replace him is what we thought. And then later on we find out is, nope, he just said sarcastically over the PA, another flag, and then there he goes. He gets thrown out of the game.
So 4th down, the penalty is declined by Erie, and it'll be 4th down for the Red Raiders, and they will line up to punt. Going back deep is Samaj Mitchell for Erie. Luke Nowak is the field goal kicker. Punter standing at about the 41-yard line. It goes straight up in the air, way up in the air. It'll bounce and go out of bounds at about the Erie 31-yard line. Looked like that was Reska punting. Luke Reska punting, and it'll be 1st and 10 Erie, so St. Francis is unable to do anything with the turnover. I'm still laughing over the PA story.
It was honest, but we thought we were never going to get out of there. We really did. I mean, it was just a game that did not want to end, I'll tell you that. I think Russ, who had the farthest drive, because Russ was our cameraman that night, I want to say he said he got home at 12:30, a quarter to 1 in the morning for a high school game on a Thursday night.
Oh, my. 1st and 10, Erie. Hunter, the quarterback, hands it off and tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Is
like
Gabe Alexander?
I think it was number 8, Nate.
Oh, was Jabari Gilmore?
No, Nate Henrich.
Okay, because I have what number was that again?
Number 8. It was
Jamari Gilmore?
I'm sorry, on the tackle. Nate Henrich was on the tackle right there for
okay.
St. Francis. I apologize, Stu. We were calling 2 different teams there. On the tackle, though, was Nate Henrich for the loss.
Okay. And it was Gabe Alexander, number 12, on the running play. And now Hunter will roll to the right. He's going to keep it to himself. He's going to turn the corner, and he'll finally be brought down close to the 40-yard line, a little short of the 1st down. Well, I can say this. Mason Hunter's, you can see why they list him as an athlete. Good runner. And, first ever started as a quarterback. And we don't know, not being in Erie, how many maybe of those trick plays he's run where he had to throw the ball.
Like a wildcat type thing, yep.
Exactly.
On the tackle on that one was number 13, Jeremiah Neely, who was on the tackle for St. Francis on that one. But you can see is no doubt he's an athlete, and no doubt they're trying to get him some designed runs. Because you can see the minute they take off, these are designed runs to try to get him out into open space because of his speed. If he can get to that corner before that other team he's got some wide open area, and he's looking to have some huge runs today.
There's a timeout on the field. 4:52 to go, 2nd quarter, 7-0 St. Francis. We'll be back right after this.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Third down for Erie. Third and short. Coming out of the timeout. Hunter takes the snap. This time he's going to run up the middle. He's got the first down, and he's dumped at about the 46 or 47-yard line after he got the first down. Another good run by Hunter. He's a lot for this defense to handle.
It looked like that was number 57, Christian Garner, right there on the stop.
So 1st and 10 for Erie. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line, we'll call it. Sitting on that side of the 45-yard line. So Erie, last couple of drives, has been running the ball much better. And Gilmore is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great defensive play there. And it'll bring up second down.
Number 11, Gavin Calkins.
Gavin Calkins on the tackle. Another good open field tackle, Tom. We've seen a couple of those already today. So a loss of 3, bring up second down and 13. St. Francis playing without Jimmy Scott, committed to the University of Pittsburgh with an ankle injury. Aiden Thomas out with a groin injury. 2nd and 13. Hunter takes the snap, running to the near side, and he's brought down after there's a late flag coming in there. Wonder if that's a face mask, perhaps?
I think that was Gilmore. Was it Gilmore on that one on the carry?
Might have been.
Yeah, I think it was Gilmore on the carry on that one.
Well, let's see what this flag is. It's going against Erie. Jim Martek will tell us now.
Holding.
A hold against Erie, and that'll back them up. And that'll take them all the way back to the 34-yard line. Second down and 21.
2nd and 21.
Hunter back to pass. He throws down the far sideline. Almost caught, incomplete. Intended for Stephen LeBron. And it'll bring up third down.
Letting them play. A lot of contact, as you saw out there. They're letting them go right there. And but almost comes back. As you see, he was a little bit underthrown as he almost comes back and makes a great play on that one.
Well, the ball kind of hung up there a little bit.
Look at the wind blowing right now, though. So you can see, it's a wind that's all over, right? Look how different that flag keeps shifting on us. So you wonder if that wind just kind of held it up there.
Third and long. They've got to get all the way to the St. Francis 44-yard line. Looks like there's some confusion in the Erie backfield. Now Hunter takes the snap, back to pass, in trouble. The pass is tipped, but caught, and there's a flag coming out. Savion Willis, I believe, caught that for a very short gain, and we'll see what the flag is.
You got to think this is probably in the place of holding right here.
Yep.
And it's probably going to get declined.
I would think so. Yeah, holding against Erie. And it is declined. It'll bring up fourth down. And now St. Francis will get the ball back. Terrence Pendergrass, one of the deep men, along with Malik Williams. So Erie will punt. I think the Erie had one punt earlier in the game where Hunter took off and tried to run and was stopped.
Yeah, remember, really high snap. Remember, he went up and got it, and he came down. Oh, we got another flag.
flag.
Too many men on the field.
Yeah, yep. and they didn't.
Legal substitution.
So an illegal substitution. Well, either way, it's against Erie, and they'll back up a little bit further.
This is going to give St. Francis great field position. With 2:42 right now left inside this half, there's more than enough time to go out and try to put more points on the board with good field position right here.
So Hunter will punt from about his own 15-yard line. Snap is a little high. He'll get the kick away. It'll bounce at the St. Francis 39-yard line. Take a great bounce for Erie, and it'll be down at about the 18-yard line of St. Francis.
Hold on. This may be a penalty that's going to go against right now the kicker.
Against the kicker?
Meaning like running into the kicker type thing.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Will that give them a first down? I believe it does.
No, it's
yes,
not.
It does.
I thought it's not automatic. I thought they had to still get the yardage.
I don't know. They had a long way to go, but Jim Martek signaled first down. So let's see. I should have asked the officials when I was talking to them before the game, because they did ask, "You got any questions?" Well, I didn't see who that penalty was on, but you know Jerry Smith isn't happy about that one.
No.
You're getting the ball back late in the first half, and now you give them a first down. They take the ball all the way out to the Erie 41-yard line.
After the penalty, first and 10, Erie from their own 41.
7-0 St. Francis, 2:25 to go in the second quarter. Costly mistake by St. Francis. There's the handoff and a very short gain there. And I believe that was Savion Willis on the carry. And it's second down.
Number 12, Kellen Hopkins with the tackle. No gain.
So no gain, second and 10. Now we're under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Hunter going to run it himself. Can he turn the corner on the far side? He cannot. He'll gain about 4 yards maybe. It'll bring up a third down.
With the carry.
And St. Francis calls timeout.
13, Jeremiah Neely with the tackle, timeout.
So normally every personal foul that we see, they will mark off the 15 yards, but you've got to use the yards to get you the first down. So I am going to clarify. I do have a message into a big referee here in Western New York, and we'll see what he comes back with.
Who is the big referee?
John Godfrey.
Ah, okay. Is he the?
No, he's not the head. He's just been a referee for years and years, and somebody who I've been in personal contact more than enough times through the baseball world, as him and I have been a part of the Little League Baseball for years, and always think the world of John Godfrey. And so when I have a quick question, I usually am able to text him and get something back real quick.
There are a lot of the officials who do a lot of different sports. Now, I haven't seen them yet this season in any of the games that I've done, but Mike Binkowski, longtime referee. I was doing a field hockey game last year with Frank Wolf, and I looked up, and lo and behold, Mike was doing field hockey. I think he does every sport. So these guys do a lot of different sports. And we take our hats off to all of them for all the great work they do.
And Stu, we're also hearing, I mean, they're down in the amount of people they have. Every game they're looking for more refs out there. And again, with how people have been getting, yelling and screaming and berating and following people to their cars, it's becoming why we understand why this is becoming less and less of anybody wanting to do this.
So third down here for Erie. 1:44 to go, second quarter. Hunter hands it off and stopped after a gain of a yard or two is Stephen LeBron. And we're going to get another timeout taken by St. Francis. Jerry Smith wants some time on that clock when his team gets the ball back. So 7-0 St. Francis, 1:35 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a short break and be back right after this.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
We're back at St. Francis, the Gasek Family Athletic Center on the Polian Family Field, where it is 4th down for Erie. They will punt it away. We're getting whistles.
Looks like another timeout.
Yeah, timeout, and this one will be taken by Erie. We'll take another break. 7-0 St. Francis. We're back after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
So Erie on 4th down. Looks like they're going to punt it. And Hunter's going to throw it. He throws, intercepted. There's a flag on the far side. And still on his feet, coming to the near side, running with the ball and finally knocked down is Malik Williams. But there's a flag.
There's a second flag. There's two different flags that are thrown.
Flags.
So one's after the interception, one's before.
Well, Mason Hunter threw it, and it was picked off. And we'll see which way the flags go. We've already had 2 flags picked up, and something tells me neither one of these 2 is going to be picked up. So, are we going to get 4th down again?
I think there's going to be some sort of push in the back against St. Francis on the
return?
after the return, right? The question is that first flag right there. Is that some sort of passing interference or something else right there, which is going to give Erie that first down?
Well, we'll see. The Erie team just got a first down not too long ago on a roughing the kicker penalty. And we'll wait for the exact call. Let's see. And there's Jim Martek. It's illegal block in the back, looks like, against St. Francis. That is declined. Let's see what the other flag is. Pass interference against St. Francis. So it looks like Erie's going to get a first down.
Yep. So that's what we talked about, right? What we thought was going to happen there.
So Erie has a 1st and 10 at the St. Francis 38-yard line. Some crippling penalties against the Red Raiders here. Those penalties have really hurt. In fact, this is the same drive that started with the roughing the kicker penalty. 1st and 10 Erie, 1:22 to play first half, 7-0 St. Francis.
And both penalties on 4th down to give them first downs right here.
Hunter takes the snap. He'll run it himself, and that was Gilmore, excuse me. He's brought down by a couple of tacklers. And there comes another flag, and that one was well after the play. And St. Francis thinks that one's going against Erie.
Yeah, you wonder if that's kind of an unsportsmanlike conduct for a penalty when you see it that late come in.
That's what I was kind of thinking. We'll see. Now, Jim Martik and his crew's been busy today. So far, Erie is not backing up. Personal foul against St. Francis?
Personal foul.
Oh, both ways. All right, so there'll be offsetting penalties.
Offsetting penalties.
So it'll be.
But that was post-play, right?
It was after the play.
Both fouls were after the play, so it is
second down. Looks like a gain of maybe a yard on the play, if that. Some costly penalties against the Red Raiders. Hunter takes this, that's Gilmore again taking the snap, and he's buried for a loss of about a yard or two, and it'll bring up a third down for Erie.
Look like Gavin Calkins was the first one in there on the stop right there for St. Francis. So here we come, third down, right? You got the chance. You've been down here now. Now you just got to make sure we clean up that penalties right here. But I'll tell you, defensively, St. Francis has really stepped up and made big stops today.
And Calkins has had 2 of them, at least. So 30 seconds to go in the half. Third down, and Erie comes to the line of scrimmage. St. Francis defense now getting set. And here's a LeBron rolling to the right, Stephen LeBron, and he's buried under an avalanche of tacklers on the far side, and more flags come flying out. There are 2 on that one too?
No, this may be intentional grounding right here. Yep, that's exactly what it is, intentional grounding. You saw him throw, you saw the ball go into the sideline as he's getting tackled. That's an intentional grounding right there.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and we'll see what Erie, I'll tell you what, if you ever had a spot for a Hail Mary, this has got to be it.
Well, look at, no, because this is spot of the foul right here.
But I mean, you got 9 seconds left, so what are you going to do? I'll bet you St. Francis will drop a lot of guys down deep. Maybe they'll even line up and look like they're going to punt it.
This is one big student section today. See these guys all walking in front of us?
Yeah.
They're still coming still. That's a student section right there.
You're always got to be grateful to see that when the young people are involved in a positive way. So fourth down, 9 seconds to play. Let's see what they do here. This is a spot where I'd be looking for big number 10 if I was going to throw it. And LeBron throws it down the far sideline, intercepted. And look who they were looking for. They were looking for Marquel Darnell. The ball is intercepted with 3 seconds left. Kamal Clark gets the pick. St. Francis will take over deep in their own end of the field with just 3 seconds left in the first half, and they lead 7-0. The Red Raiders scored on their first drive and have not been able to score since. They have, however, done a really good job of keeping Erie out of the end zone.
So you wonder, are they going to take a knee? Are they going to try to do something themselves right here? But, boy, defensively, St. Francis has done a fantastic job today, and I do believe picked up where they left off against Archbishop Hoban. And then now you're really seeing here is offensively is what they're looking for, as that first drive was a touchdown, but they've got to find more.
And they run it. They hand it off, and getting a first down is Clark on the far side before he's knocked out of bounds. But that'll bring the first half to a close. At halftime, it's St. Francis 7, Erie nothing. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics. We'll be back after this short break.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to HowardHanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit HowardHanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
We ready? Okay. All right. Well, I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince down here on the field at St. Francis, and we got a little clarification on the roughing the punter situation. There are 4 plays that it's an automatic first down.
Yep. Was it roughing the punter, roughing the holder, roughing the snapper, and roughing the quarterback were the 4 ones that will be automatic first downs no matter what the yardage is.
So St. Francis, Tom, scored on their first possession here of the ball game, and there's been no scoring since. Been kind of a defensive struggle, you'd have to say, with a lot of flags, unfortunately.
Yeah, but flags that seem to be happening, right? Some costly, I think, that have stopped drives right out there, but not necessarily ones that have really been, I think, that have cost anything out on the field. Defense have both stepped up big, have overcome those flags in both cases. The only touchdown we've seen was on the very first drive for St. Francis, where we saw Clark, right, run and bust one out right there in the very end. Does a great job of going into the end zone, fought for every ounce of the yards right there.
Wasn't it the pass to Logan Reska from Stephen Otremba Jr.?
No, it was the run. Remember that went up?
Well, anyway, I don't remember.
Okay, apologize.
No, that's okay. I might be wrong, too, because I have no memory. Well, anyway, it's 7-0 St. Francis. The Red Raiders did try 2 field goals. One was wide left, and the other one was just a little bit short.
Yeah, and you saw he's got the leg. We already know that he did a 50-yard touchdown so far, but no doubt he's got the leg, and we're probably going to see it's going to be critical for him to come out and hit a field goal at one point.
Well, we do notice by being down here on the field, it's a lot windier than I thought it was, and a little brisker too. So we don't know. Maybe the wind had a little bit more impact than we gave it credit for.
Well, at one point we saw the flag really going in all different directions. It was all over the place as far as directions. So who knows what it's going to do, and did it have a play even on some of those field goal kicks that we saw in there?
All right, well, Tom and I will be back shortly with the second half. At halftime, it's St. Francis 7 and Erie 0. We'll be back after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyimmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Welcome back to St. Francis, where the Red Raiders lead Erie High School 7-0. Luke Nowak getting set to kick off to Samaj Mitchell and Jamari Gilmore. Erie in the white, the only touchdown, a Kamal Clark 41-yard touchdown run that I have now remembered after Tom correctly pointed it out at halftime, and for some reason I was thinking somehow they scored another way. But they did not, and they lead 7-0 as we get set for the second half kickoff. Erie will attack the goal toward the Gasek Family Athletics Center, and the second half is underway. High end over kick caught by Mitchell at his 15-yard line. He's at the 20 and 25 and brought down at about the 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Erie.
22, Connor Miller with the tackle.
Connor Miller makes that tackle. And we'll see how the second half unfolds here. Looked in the beginning like it was going to be a high-scoring game. St. Francis scored on its first possession. Then after they stopped Erie the first time, they had great field position, and they were unable to score.
And we got a scoring update coming from Sweet Home, as Sweet Home leads McKinley 12-0.
So some really good games this weekend, especially that, was it Clarence Orchard Park game that you were at last night?
I'm going to tell you, that will be up for one of the top games of the year. Unbelievable what I witnessed last night, Clarence and Orchard Park. And big hats off to Clarence on that win.
LeBron will take the snap and hand it off. And there's a stop for a loss behind the line of scrimmage, about a loss of 2 or 3 yards.
I got a chance to talk to Coach Bergio before the game, and you just saw he was pumped. His kids were ready for this one, and his quarterback, Garrett White, his running back, Scott Raymond, they were huge. They stepped up. I'm telling you, Clarence is for real. We've been saying it now for a couple weeks. Watch out. And they came up with their big win right now as they're trying to get either a second or third seed, it looks like. Next week's big again. They get Lancaster.
Oh, wow. Well, the games get bigger as the season goes along every year. And this time Mitchell takes the snap, and he will gain 2 or 3 yards on the far side where it'll be 3rd down. So we're getting a lot of different players taking the snap, the direct snap for Erie here. We've had 2 snaps here in the second half, and neither one of them was taken by Mason Hunter.
I think that was Thompson on that one, number 4, who actually had the direct snap.
I know it wasn't Hunter. I know that much.
Yeah, no, it was 4. It was Thompson. You can see Thompson right there.
Yeah.
Who's in the backfield right now.
Well, the first one was this looks like a Stephen LeBron. There's no Mason Hunter here. And this is Mitchell again, and he's short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, it's actually Thompson still.
Oh, it's 4. You're right. You're right.
It's Thompson who's on the carry.
You're right. You're right. My apologies. So 4th and 3 here for Erie.
Number 3, come on.
That's a great run by Thompson. He's really battled for every yard right there and made this so this was a possibility they could go for this.
And they are. And coming to the near side, and, well, that's going to be awfully close.
He got it. I think you can see, look at where the outside refs here.
Yep,
They're already
moving the
chains.
chains.
Yep.
So that's a first down.
First down, Erie.
But Thompson right now coming out big in the second half. As you see the direct saps running that wildcat offense right now and doing a great job right now moving the ball. He's really battling for some extra yards right here.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line for Erie. And another snap, and that's some good hard running in there, but only a gain of a yard or 2. Thompson again on the carry.
It's almost like you're seeing Thompson switch roles right here.
Well, and the interesting thing is you have 2 players in the backfield both looking like they're going to take the snap. I don't know if I've ever seen that one before.
It's actually, it looks like it's LeBron in the backfield with Thompson.
Yes. And this is Thompson. No, that's, yes, that is Thompson, Creed Thompson. And he takes it out to about midfield where it'll be 3rd down.
But this has been all Thompson so far here in the second half. As you see, I can't even say there's been a lot of holes that he's really found. He's really battled for every single yard that he's gotten out there today.
And he will head to the bench for this one. So we know Thompson won't be carrying the ball on this one. Gilmore split out to the far side. And Gilmore hands it off to a new back, number 32, and he's really close to a first down. That's a Toa Matafa Grove. And it'll be 4th down, a very short distance to go for a 4th down.
Well, if they went for it on their side of the field, there's no doubt they're going for it on this side of the field.
Yes.
So,
yes, and it's only a 7-point game too. And the run, and now he's got the first down. You can see the pile up there, getting very physical, and that'll be a first down for Erie. Samaj Mitchell may be on the carry that time.
So far, the best drive of the game right now for Erie. So you can see is you always see what do teams do in halftime, right? What adjustments are they going to make? And you can see right now the adjustment for Erie is Thompson.
And a run and nowhere to go that time as they stack them up. It'll be 2nd down.
That was Matafa on that one.
So St. Francis has yet to touch the ball in the second half. This drive has consumed the entire half. Still 7-0 Red Raiders. No gain on the play. 2nd down. And it's been all on the ground for Erie.
But the adjustment has been is who is just in the Wildcat, right?
Yes.
Outside of a few saps, but it's been all Wildcat right here.
And there's another one, the Matafa Grove, and no gain there really, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, what we're watching is you see it's LeBron goes in and almost acts as if he's going to take the snap, and then the direct snap has gone to the running back every single time so far as the Wildcat quarterback in essence.
So Mason Hunter has not been in the game, I don't believe, for any of these plays here in the second half. Certainly not at quarterback. 5:45 to play, 3rd quarter, 7-0 St. Francis. 3rd down here for Erie. They've been moving the ball well, all on the ground here. And coming to the near side and throwing, and it is incomplete. Stephen LeBron threw that one.
There is a flag thrown, but it's up here in the area of holding, up here right on the line.
Well, let's see which way this one goes. Been a lot of penalties here. Yeah, it's a false start against Erie, so they will back up, but the penalty will be declined, and that will bring up 4th down. So, Tom, off the top of your head, has the Erie team completed a pass this game? They've thrown it about 5 times. I cannot remember a completion. Can you?
No, not at this time, I don't.
The closest one was the one in the end zone that Logan Reska knocked down in the first quarter, or in the first half. Well, they're lining up like they're going to punt it. Jamal Clark back deep for St. Francis. And the punt is end over end, and it'll roll through the end zone for a touchback. So 5:24 to go in the third quarter. St. Francis will finally get their first possession of the third quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Well, this is Johnny.
1st and 10 for St. Francis. Their own 20-yard line. Otremba takes the snap. He throws incomplete, intended for Malik Williams, and it'll be 2nd down.
So to me, Stu, there are positive drives even when you don't score, right? And I believe that was one of those for Erie. They took 7 minutes almost off the clock. It was 6 and change off the clock right there for the first drive of the second half and kept the ball away from St. Francis. That's a positive. Now it's building it off, and how do you take the next step to really go down and now put points up on the board?
And don't forget, Erie had a really long possession at the end of the second quarter. St. Francis just had the last play of the half. Otremba back to pass. He throws coming toward the near sign, and it's caught by Reska for a first down at the St. Francis 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Francis.
So really, right, 2 different thoughts we've seen come out of halftime. We've seen more of the Wildcat for Erie, and now we see St. Francis using the air attack right now as 2 different attacks after halftime.
And there's a run up the middle, still going, running hard and getting the first down. Some great effort there. Ricardo Kidd. And a first down for St. Francis at the Erie 48-yard line. Now that was a great run.
Listen, we've talked a lot about this kid. We know he could run the ball, right? And he's a powerful back, and he has shown that multiple times, and that's exactly why right there.
And St. Francis in kind of a hurry-up offense here. They're right back at the line of scrimmage. Otremba to pass. He throws. Caught by Reska, and he's out of bounds at about the 30-yard line of Erie.
And you got to think that's an area they've got to look at more. Reska's 6'4", right? And right now he's being guarded by somebody 5'10". You got to think that that's going to be an area they're going to keep looking at.
And once again, St. Francis is ready to snap the ball, but we have a timeout taken by Erie with 4:51 to go as Jerry Smith changes up the pace of the game and goes with a hurry-up offense. 4:51 to go, third quarter, St. Francis 7, Erie nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
First down, St. Francis. They lead 7-0, 4:51 to go, third quarter.
1st and 10 from the 30.
In a hurry-up offense on this drive, their first possession of the second half. First in a long time, actually. And Otremba will throw, and incomplete. Great effort coming over the middle, but he couldn't haul it in, and it will be second down.
Now it's to number, is that Clark?
I think so. That's what I was going to say. It was Clark who couldn't bring that one in.
No, it wasn't. It was actually number 7, Yulonga.
Kainan Yulonga couldn't bring that one in. Second and 10 for the Red Raiders. One big running play in this drive. Everything else has been through the air. Otremba throws over the middle, incomplete. St. Francis looking for a flag. I don't see any.
Very rarely you're going to see a flag when it's incidental contact with the feet like that, right? I don't think it was done purposely. It was literally you could see the feet get tangled, and very rarely do you see a passing interference on a play like that.
And that will bring up third down.
Even though we can hear the student section, they didn't like that one. They wanted the flag on that one.
Yeah, student sections are always going to call for that, right?
That's all right. That's why they're the student section.
That's
They're
right.
allowed to, right?
and they should, right? So third and 10 here for St. Francis. The drive stalling after a quick start. Otremba back to pass. He throws, and it is caught, and Clark gets a short gain. And he gets maybe 4 or 5 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
On the tackle was number 11, Alex Sullivan, the 6'1", 212-pound defensive end, the senior.
So looks like St. Francis is going to go for it here as the offense stays on the field. We've seen Luke Nowak try a couple of field goals today.
And the only reason I get why they're not going. This would go against that wind, right? Because the wind seems to be going the opposite way.
Here's Otremba, back to pass. He throws, caught by Reska, and he's got the first down at about the 15-yard line. Now, Reska's been very sure-handed today and has a great pass breakup in the end zone. So Otremba wants that offense to get to the line of scrimmage. He'll hand it off to Kidd. Kidd still running, still going, and he's brought down. Looks like he's inside the 5-yard line or right about the 5, where it'll be first and goal.
How much do we see, right, when we say the run game, you're effectively running will eventually open up the pass game? This right here, this drive has been the pass game, now opening some key runs right now here.
Otremba throws, caught, and behind the line of scrimmage, knocked down for a loss is Ricardo Kidd. So that play didn't work. The defense sniffed that one out, and it'll be second down.
Who sniffed it out? Markel Darnell, the 6'8", 234-pound defensive end. He comes up big, makes a big play for his Erie team.
Second and goal for the Red Raiders. Otremba will hand it off, and running back hard to about the 5-yard line is Kidd. Third and goal. He's down to about the 4 or 5-yard line. Looks like he's spotted at the 5, where it'll be third down and goal. St. Francis with a hurry-up offense, a fast-paced offense here.
Darnell was on the stop on that one again.
Oh, I think Erie just jumped offside, and there's the flag.
So this will be half the distance to the goal right now.
Third and goal for St. Francis. That should take it to about the 2.5-yard line. The flag about the only thing that really slowing down the St. Francis offense. And Trumba goes under center. He'll hand it off, and bursting through there for the touchdown. Ricardo Kidd, and it's 13-0, St. Francis. On that drive.
And we're seeing the replay right here. So as you see it right up the gut right there, great job as you see Kidd fight right through there, but the line helps him open that up very nicely.
So Nowak will come on with Otremba the holder to try and kick the extra point and make it a 14-0 game. Huge drive by St. Francis. That kick is up and good, and with 2:39 to play in the third quarter, it's St. Francis 14, Erie nothing. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Well, Erie used up a lot of the second quarter, but it's St. Francis that scores when the Red Raiders get their only possession of the third quarter. And we have Mitchell and Gilmore back deep to return the kickoff for Erie. I'll tell you what, that hurry-up offense worked really well for St. Francis.
And like I said, this is where I felt the pass opened up the run, and those run lanes really opened up there for Kidd right there. A great job. And you see, those are the changes made at halftime. Give Coach Smith and Coach Otremba right there, the offensive coordinator, some huge credit.
Gilmore takes it at his own 5, still on his feet and brought down with a good tackle at about the 24-yard line.
That tackle was by number 11, Gavin Calkins, and we've called his name a bunch, coming up with some big tackles today.
That's at least the third time we've mentioned him. And it'll be 1st and 10 Erie, and we'll see what they do with their offense.
So a big drive here for Erie, right? Because now you've fallen behind by 2 scores, and you really haven't had the opportunity to get into, St. Francis's territory. You've got to have a nice drive right here to at least get farther and show that you're going to be a threat to be able to put points on the board.
Looks like Stephen LeBron is going to take this snap. He does. And he will hand it off, and there's nowhere to run there. Nothing there for Thompson. I think he might have lost a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Stu, how good is this St. Francis defense when you see they're doing what they're doing without their best player out on the field defensively? They have picked up right where they've left off, and they're showing defensively how strong they really are.
What's the date of the Canisius at St. Francis game? You might want to circle that one on your calendar.
2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
We've already been approved. We will be here to broadcast that game. You can count on that one, that we will be here. That's going to be a big one.
LeBron. And there's no room to run there again. Maybe a gain of a yard. All Thompson again, and nowhere to go. 3rd down.
Yeah, we had some big games all over Western New York last night. Did I tell you about the Southwestern Fredonia game? So it was actually where, and after this play, we'll tell everybody what happened. But Fredonia with a big win right there, but it is big on how that one happened. We'll talk about that in a second.
And they handed off to Mason Hunter, who had been at quarterback. LeBron handed it off. He got maybe 3 or 4 yards. That'll bring up 4th down. So Mason Hunter into the game and used as a running back that time. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
So, Stu, Southwestern scores as time expires. It's 27-25 now. They need the 2-point conversion to be able to tie the game. Fredonia stops them on the 2-point conversion. Fredonia gets the win. Another big game right there in a C matchup, trying to play for first place in the C division.
And that's at least the second heartbreaking loss for Southwestern. You and I did the Southwestern Iroquois game where Iroquois scored late in the game.
And they lost by a point to Salamanca, too. Oh. So, I mean, it's been unbelievable what they've done.
Sports will break your heart. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And we'll see where they spot that one. That might be pretty close. Let's see which way it goes here. Looks like they get a 1st down on that 4th down, so they convert a 4th down. And that just might be the final play of the 3rd quarter as it counts down. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter as Erie converts a big 4th down. At the end of 3 quarters, it's St. Francis 14, Erie nothing. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Well, the fourth quarter set to start. 14-0 St. Francis. And Erie having
First and 10, Erie.
just converted a big fourth down deep in their own end of the field. And LeBron will take this one himself and will get about 4 yards there. It'll be second down.
And guess who it is again? It looked like that was again Gavin Calkins who got him down low at the legs right there and makes that tackle.
Well, Gavin having quite a day. Second down here. And now the clock will rather quickly become a big factor for Erie in this one.
And especially they don't throw the ball much. As we've seen, it's been predominantly by the run. So that clock doesn't stop. You keep running the ball, and that clock will keep ticking right there, which right now is an advantage to St. Francis.
And when the Red Raiders do get the ball back, we'll see if they continue with that hurry-up offense. And there's another run that's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard or two, and it'll bring up third down.
And Calkins in again on that tackle as he's been coming up big. And to be honest with you, I don't think they need the hurry up, right? I think now you change again. Now that you're in the fourth quarter, now what you're trying to do is just take time off the clock because you got a 2-score advantage right here.
Well, I think that's what Jerry was trying to do, just get up by 2 scores. And Erie did not adjust well to that. It was a great drive by the Red Raiders. Third down here from the 37-yard line for Erie. And obviously, by the way they've played, it's 4-down territory everywhere. St. Francis would love nothing more than to get a turnover here and maybe put the game away. Back to pass. The throw incomplete over the middle. Logan Hanna fired it, and it was incomplete, intended for the big man.
Kamal Clark with the coverage.
Marquel Darnell, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And that was Gilmore who threw it. So Gilmore went back and threw the ball this time at the quarterback position.
Yeah. So now Hunter will come back to punt it, even though I just said everywhere they've been is fourth down territory. They just converted a fourth down.
Yeah, but I get that. You know what you got to do, though, Stu? If they didn't convert that, you could almost be giving the game completely over to St. Francis.
And the punt is taken and brought back and coming down the near side. And, ooh, a big hit. Terrence Pendergrass got rocked. He brought it all the way back to the Erie 47-yard line at the end of the return. He took a big lick, but it'll be first and 10 St. Francis at the Erie 46-yard line.
Well, we talk about each week, special teams will have a play in every single game that we see here at the high school level. And this is where it has a big play. Like, you're getting the field position that you need for great drives. Look at, you're already in now your opponent's territory, and you've got the opportunity now to put 21 up here. You get to that 21 mark here in the fourth quarter, and you could be talking about that could be that game-clinching TD that you need to win the game.
That was about a 35-yard punt return. Tremba takes the snap. He throws incomplete. That one a little bit overthrown. Intended for Clark.
So we got a scoring update as Sweet Home leads 20-0 over McKinley. McKinley has had 4 turnovers today to be able to give Sweet Home that 3-touchdown lead.
Well, they're fortunate it's only 20 if you've turned it over 4 times. And there's a run to Kidd, and he's got some running room. He's got a first down. He's down to about the 35-yard line of Erie.
Move the chains, keep the clock going. It's exactly what St. Francis needs to do right now.
And that clock is at 9:45 and counting.
So we see somebody walking with the suit and the top hat.
And there's a handoff to Kidd that didn't look like the cleanest handoff, but somehow he made it into about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
You missed that outfit, Stu. I thought you were going to have me wear that in the next broadcast. You had the top hat there, the suit on. He was looking good.
Did he have spats on too?
I didn't see all of it. But
if you're going to go that far, you got to go all the way. And I know that you're a Gene Kelly-like tap dancer. Or no, a Gregory Hines tap dancer.
That's all we need. You trying to scare everybody out there?
Actually, I'm really trying to scare you more than anybody else. Here's Otremba. He'll throw it. It's caught by Kidd, and Kidd will stay on his feet and get knocked down out of bounds after getting the first down.
So I've been told that he's wearing that outfit for a reason. He's the ringleader of the student section is exactly why he's wearing all that. So we learned something more today.
Okay. Now, which outfit exactly was that?
He was wearing it was like a black suit almost with the top hat that you saw.
Okay. I did not see any of it. Otremba, and we'll hand that one off to Pendergrass, I think, and a short gain there. So St. Francis looking to take a 3-score lead, up by 14 to nothing. 8:38 and counting here to go in the fourth quarter. Second down. And Otremba hands it off and running hard and into the end zone for the touchdown is Pendergrass. And it's 20-0 St. Francis. Terrence Pendergrass takes it in, and the Red Raiders go up by 20.
He got hit hard twice on that. You saw him keep his So here it is right here. Look at this hit. Boom, as he pops off of it, stays up, takes the brunt of the hit in for the touchdown as you get a chance to see the replay on that one.
When he got hit like that, I wasn't sure he was going to be able to make it. That's a great run. And the extra point is good, and it's 21-0 St. Francis. 8:20 to go. Fourth quarter, St. Francis 21, Erie nothing. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoid care can worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
8:20 to go, fourth quarter. St. Francis now in complete control of this one.
Luke Noah kicking off.
21-0. So we have Samaj Mitchell and Mason Hunter back to return the kick. And Luke Nowak will kick this one off as the sun comes out here over the Polian Family Field on the campus of St. Francis High School. Nowak started out as a soccer player and switched to football. And that's a high end-over-end kick, and Hunter will let it bounce into the end zone for the touchback. showed some great leg on that one.
Kickoff results in
Well, like we said, we've already heard he's kicked a 50-yard field goal, so we know he's got the leg. You've had a little wind here that has come into play, right? And the one that he kicked that he missed in the first one didn't miss by much, I'll tell you that. It was just wide, like to our side, as we talked about. And then the second one that he missed, I just think he got underneath it a little too much right there. But you can see he's got the leg, and he's got absolutely the ability to hit some long field goals.
Well, the first one, he had plenty of distance, just a little bit away. He didn't have the kind of luck that Jason Tucker had against Detroit in the NFL. 66-yard field goal that hits the crossbar and goes through. So 1st and 10, Erie at their own 20-yard line, trailing 21-0, and we'll see if this changes their approach, which has been heavy on the run. And this time it's LeBron, I think, on the snap, and he will run and maybe gain a yard, if that.
22, Connor Miller with the tackle.
Coming up on the 8-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. St. Francis led 7-0 at halftime, and they've added 2 scores here in the second half. The third train of the day going by on the far side. That's the first one going in that direction. I'm going to say that's west toward the city of Buffalo. Or more toward the Gasick Family Athletic Center. And here's the ball's on the ground, picked up, and we got whistles. There was a pitch that time to Savion Willis, and the ball hit the ground and the whistles blew.
So we're actually going to say it was more of a shovel pass.
So more like an incomplete pass.
Yeah, so an incomplete pass is what they're going to say on that one.
Well, I did see in the Syracuse game last week against Florida State a pass behind the line of scrimmage picked up and run in for a touchdown, which produced some screaming at my house. And probably yours too. If you were watching.
We were watching the game. We got a chance to see it. You know, it would have been the first time Syracuse went in and got a win against Florida State too.
Now, if they had a quarterback who could throw the ball a little bit, they probably win the game. But we digress. Third down here for Erie. 3rd and long. And LeBron will take it himself, and he's got the first down and then some. How did he get so wide open? He's out to about the 42-yard line.
He got to the edge real quick, and you can see when he got to the edge, nobody there was able to cut right up the field. Does a great job of getting that first down in one of the bigger runs today for Erie.
It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 42-yard line of Erie. Is Erie looking to get on that scoreboard? So we've had a number of different players taking snaps for Erie. Hunter has taken the majority of them. Thompson, LeBron have all taken snaps. And it looks like on this first down, they're going to hand that one to Hunter, who gets around one man and another. He's still on his feet, and he's finally brought down inside the St. Francis 35-yard line. Another big run. That time Hunter started in motion, and they pitched him the ball, and he got it all the way down to the Red Raiders 35-yard line. We have an injured player, a St. Francis player, down on the field.
So they definitely seem to be more comfortable in the second half with Hunter running the ball than really being at that quarterback position. But we've seen now multiple guys in the second half really take off and run the ball real effective for Erie. The only difference is they haven't been able to really extend it far into the red zone yet. They're closing in the red zone for the first time right now to see if they can put points right here on the board late here in the fourth quarter.
I want to remind everybody that we'll be back at St. Francis, Tom Prince and I, for the St. Canisius at St. Francis game on a Saturday night, the 23rd at 7 o'clock. Looks like Kimball Clark was the man who was down, and he's up and walking off under his own power now. So we'll be back here for that game, which we all look forward to. Games like that should be a fabulous matchup.
Oh, I think early on you're saying is that's a matchup that you're talking about could be a matchup of the year here in Western New York. We've seen already some big matchups, Bennett, Lancaster, right? Orchard Park, Clarence. We saw last night Southwestern Fredonia. I mean, we're going to see a bunch. How about South Park and Jamestown? We couldn't wait to see that one. I mean, there are huge matchups all over Western New York. I'm going to tell you, this playoffs could be one of the best we've seen in years.
Well, I got to throw out a little plug for Craig Krasinski's Williamsville South Billies.
Absolutely. Another team that's been coming up big, and right now we're looking at a playoff spot.
1st and 10 for Erie. This is Stephen LeBron, who will take this snap. And he'll take it himself and gain about 4 yards, where it'll be 2nd down. You know, the one thing I'm noticing, Tom, here, and I don't want to be too critical of this Erie team, but I'm not getting a great feeling that they have much of a sense of urgency. I mean, there's no hurry-up offense.
But you got to remember, you've gone with now 4 different quarterbacks. Do you really have the quarterback right now that can do that in their eyes, that can really have that sense of urgency and call the play quick and get ready?
Well, LeBron will take this snap. Stephen LeBron. He will hand it off, and there's nowhere to go for Savion Willis.
Willis with the carry.
It looked like on the tackle right there was number 57, Christian Garner. He's only a sophomore defensive lineman, 6'3", 260 he's listed as.
5.5 minutes to play, 21-0 St. Francis. But you know, if we had a statistic for time of possession, I think that might be very interesting to see how that shows up today, because it seems like Erie's had the ball an awful lot. And I don't recall, I think we've had 1 turnover in the game. Here's LeBron. He throws deep down the far sideline, intercepted. Speaking of turnovers, picked off by Aaron Roseborough, and he will run it out to about the 25-yard line, where St. Francis will have it. 1st and 10. How's that for talking about turnovers? And your point about a quarterback, not a good throw.
You know, trying to make something happen, right? And we talked about it. One of the hardest places to score, I don't care what level it is, high school, college, NFL, once you approach that red zone right there, it becomes harder and harder to score and move the ball. And right there is why you're trying to make something happen. Turns into a turnover. St. Francis got the opportunity now to really control this game.
The 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. That's their own 25-yard line, leading 21-0. And, well, they've got 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. And they'll hand it off and going straight up the middle, but a flag comes out. Kid on the carry.
Kid on the carry. Flag now.
And actually, I think I saw 2 flags. Let's see what it is.
Talk more games. How about the West Seneca East Iroquois game last night? That was another great matchup. Was it 2014 the final on that one as they win in the end?
Did West Seneca East have a chance on the final drive? Is that...
I didn't get a chance to see the whole game right there. But, again, you're just saying is 2 teams that were undefeated going into each other play a great game, right? It lives up to what they're talking about. Iroquois comes up with a big win. They're right now ranked number 1 in the state in the B class. So you're really just talking about one game after another. It's just been unbelievable.
So that penalty is on St. Francis. That's a big one. That'll back them all the way up to about their 10-yard line. So 1st and 25 after I believe that was a personal foul penalty. And Otrumba hands it off and running straight up the middle. It's Clark. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. And he will score a touchdown.
Touchdown, Red Raiders, number 10, Ricardo Kidd.
Ricardo Kidd with the touchdown.
85.
An 85-yard scamper, and it's 27-0. Now you're not going to... And used his speed to beat everybody to the end zone.
He really did. And that, again, I talk about it all the time. You got to give credit to the line. That middle opened up as he went up the gut. Offensive line does a great job of opening that hole. Kid takes care of the rest.
The extra point is good, and it's 28-0 St. Francis. 4:42 to go in the fourth quarter. The Red Raiders by 28. We'll be back after this.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Well, Ricardo Kidd with an electrifying 85-yard touchdown run to give St. Francis a 28-0 lead. They will kick off. Mitchell and Gilmore are the deep men. You have another scoring update, Tom?
We do. McKinley scores on the last play of the first half, so we've got now Sweet Home leading 20-6 over McKinley.
And Nowak will put his foot into that one. It's an end-over-end kick taken by Gilmore at about the 5. He's at the 10, at the 20. And gets away from one tackler, but he'll only get out to about the 25-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for Erie. And now the clock really working against this Erie squad, down 28-0.
The question will be is, do we see them throw the ball even more, right?
Well, you saw what happened the last time they threw it. So,
but the only good news is at least an incomplete pass stops the clock. Every run you get right here, that clock just keeps going, going, and going.
So we'll see how they play it.
And they have used the timeout here in the second half, so they only have 2 left. But remember, we talk about this in high school football. Every time you get a first down, that clock does stop for the chains to move, so you do have time to get your play in and hopefully keep moving right there and try to be able to score.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And running is the big man. And he cuts back, coming to the near side, and he stays on his feet. Great run, and finally shoved out of bounds. Marquel Darnell on the run there, and he's a big man to try and tackle. 6'8", how many pounds?
He is 234 pounds. And I got to tell you, that 8-yard run may have been what was equivalent to a 40-yard run. The way he went sideline to sideline on this one does a great job. Just shows how strong he is and how tough he is to take down, because we talked about how good this St. Francis defense has been, but he is just that tough to take down.
He's a big man, and he did a lot of east-west running before he got to the north-south part of it. Good defense by St. Francis. And here's LeBron keeping the ball himself, and he lunges forward to get what should be an Erie first down.
And on the tackle was number 76, Quintel Turner, the senior defensive lineman, 6'2", 203 pounds.
1st and 10. And now they're at about the 37-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 28-0 St. Francis. And running on the far side and unable to turn the corner, Alex Sullivan, who's actually listed as a defensive lineman and linebacker, took that snap.
Alex Sullivan with the carry.
So he's about the, 5th or 6th player? to take a snap today?
Yeah. Stu, did you just feel that?
I was going to ask you. Yes, I did.
I was freaked out. So everybody knows, the whole press box started shaking on us, and we didn't know what was going on here. But it sounds like the student section was getting hyped down on the other end. And they are all the way at the end of the bleachers, and we actually could feel the press box shake.
And LeBron with a good run there, and he's out to about the 44-yard line, where it'll be third down for Erie. 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 28-0 St. Francis.
And this is what we talked about, right? I mean, you're moving the ball. I agree, right? You're trying to get some positive momentum here, but remember, all you're doing is getting that clock keep going. Where you've got two timeouts. Those timeouts are going to have to come into play here shortly if you're going to try to put points on the board in this game.
And there's a snap, and very close to a first down. I think that's Hunter.
It was Darnell again.
Oh, it was Darnell?
Yep. The big man.
All right. He didn't do as much running on that one as he did on the last
No,
time.
he cut up quicker trying to find but ultimately he did the job he needed, and that was to get the first down. He did get it.
Final minute of play here in the fourth quarter. St. Francis up 28-0. And coming to the near side is LeBron. Can he turn the corner on the near side? And he's shoved out of bounds at about the St. Francis 48-yard line. And you can see the St. Francis team gathering around there as they're excited when one of their teammates makes a play. They're 40 seconds away from a shutout as once again the press box begins to shake. Oh, the man in the costume. I see him with the top hat. I expect him
He's got the suit on, the top hat. That's your student section. He's the ringmaster right there. He's in charge out there getting everybody all pumped.
And that's what you'll be wearing next week.
No.
Well, this should be
Frank still wants me to dress up as his tag team partner with a mask on.
Oh, and going around the far side and getting some good running room, going down the sidelines, and finally shoved out of bounds is Jamari Gilmore. He's got a first down, but the clock strikes 0, and this one is over. St. Francis blanks Erie 28-0. Well, Tom, that was pretty much all St. Francis.
It really was. I mean, and we talked about it early in the game. The one thing I loved about St. Francis coming in this game was the defense. And they step up big, put up a big 0 on the door, and do it with their top player not even being able to play in this game. That just shows how good this defense is for St. Francis. Now that offense keeps coming more and more into it, and they start getting the confidence to put points up on the board. Watch out. This is a dangerous team.
Well, I also liked how Jerry Smith in that third quarter, St. Francis hadn't had a possession in the quarter. They had a very short one at the end of the first half, so his offense wasn't on the field for a long time. He put a hurry-up offense in, and it resulted in a touchdown. So Jimmy Scott is the player who was unavailable for St. Francis today with an ankle injury. Hopefully he'll be back in time for that Canisius game, which is on the 23rd here at St. Francis. It's a 7 o'clock kickoff. So the final score, St. Francis 28, Erie nothing. For Heidi Gunther, our producer, Russ Battaglia on camera, and Tom Prince, the outstanding work as a color commentator. I'm Stu Boyer. Once again, the final score, St. Francis 28, Erie nothing. Have a good night, everybody.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.